that the number came up to 270,000 for that.
Well,
Well, you got codes, and you have bureaucracies.
Because
I'm not.
GT tracks are expensive, 4 foot wide, and
Yeah.
No, it wasn't
they
just
need
that.
curbing all
It was
around.
really, it was just
And
materials.
it needs to be 4 feet wide
Yeah.
for, okay.
Yeah.
Materials and labor, basically to put in some, like decomposed granite. I mean, it's basically the square foot of the oval, pathway is big. And those are just large areas, so,
Yeah.
and just the square footage versus times cost.
Well, when I did that, I didn't do it to scale. So what if I did a similar plan and just reduced the size of the decomposed granite?
We looked at it.
Well,
You did look at that?
excuse me, the track that you see of this plan
Uh-huh.
was, stretched and laid on the site as it is to fit in the park, the way you had showed it. And so what I did is I just measured what was shown there. So in an effort to find out how much square feet would be affordable based on this, I just reduced the square footage number enough to fit it within the 40,000. So we came up with a different square foot, not this one, but a different one that's a lot less, that would fit within the budget.
Okay.
And
Much less.
it's a small, rectangular.
6 inch.
Yeah, it really is a small amount of
Foot
each,
size.
and it's just based on, it's not so much the cost, but just the square footage of it.
Gotcha.
How much less than what you see
What
there,
kind of square
what
footage?
actually is.
What did you come up with as far as square footage?
It says on here,
Oh,
Lisa,
it does have it on
2,400 square feet.
2,400
Okay.
square feet.
And then with DG, the irrigation has to be changed around there where it won't get wet. Every time it gets wet, you can't walk on it. And then it's got to be replaced every month or 2 months. It's got to be more added. So it's a more cost efficient, it's not cost efficient to put DG granite there.
And then just to bring up some of the accessibility issues that also come into play is, say, when you do we put in a bench or a picnic table, you really have to make that also accessible. So that's one reason why at least a certain portion of those, if you have multiples, then you have a certain portion of that has to be accessible. And if you're just having one of each, then they each have to be accessible. So you would definitely want something close, probably, I would recommend, so that the costs don't go crazy, that you have some of that close to the entry points of each site, so that, you're satisfying that federal and state law. that
Which
says
is
you
basically, it
have
has to
do
sit on concrete. That's what makes it
It
accessible.
it doesn't absolutely have to be concrete, but by far, that's what's going to be maintainable for your site. And you're going to be much happier with that than if we use a lesser material, which is going to rut
Okay.
out and be.
We're not
an
mad.
issue.
Concrete's fun.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to have a concrete path that goes from the gate to a picnic table or a bench.
Right.
Right.
All
If you want the picnic table and bench, if you add the element, you have to make it,
Okay.
How come none of this was done before?
well, because nothing's been done there. See, all this kicks in when you do something. So when you do
Right.
something, it kicks in.
Then it has to come to up.
Yeah, you have to bring it
And
up.
Lord knows nothing's been done in a long time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
Is our current bench, which is far from the gate in the small dog park, is that now going to have to be accessible?
No.
No.
It's
We'll
already
just move
pre-existing, so it doesn't have to,
So what we would do, we'll go into the small gate, move the picnic bench within 10 feet of the opening of the gate. And
The
put
new
cement-
one or the
yeah,
current?
The current one. We'll move. So we might have looked at it, we haven't looked, and some of the cement we're gonna be able to still use, but it's gonna add something to it to make the cost down. So,
okay.
yeah,
But
we're gonna do
It's
it.
not too far from the gate.
But if we have to have a paved
Yeah,
4-foot
even ours
wide
isn't
path
far.
that
I
goes
don't-
to it, that's,
I don't think that's.
So that one's about,
It's a good
it's
stretch.
about 40 feet from the gate, that one on the
Now,
small
the
dog park.
other
We would just lose a
the
lot
other
of
deal
money.
is that
Yeah.
decomposed granite, which it's considered an accessible surfacing, as long as it is stabilized. You basically inject it, or mix in a stabilizer with the DG when it's laid down, so it becomes a harder surface.
Okay.
But you can't afford that much of it, so the distance would have to be pretty short, so.
And we can't get it wet.
You can get
It
it,
would,
well,
but it just-
it gets wet.
breaks
But
down
But
quickly.
if you get it wet and somebody drive over, it's just gonna be ruts until we gotta go out and scrape it out. It's just more work than cement.
It's kind of
Cement
better.
would just be.
Well, you gotta build an
cement would be-
infrastructure. Concrete makes sense to
Yeah.
me.
It's
and
better.
packed dirt is not handicap, like if it was a packed dirt path like they have in some parks, that's not considered handicap accessible, is what you're saying.
Right.
And And then the GG that's compacted is almost the same cost as cement.
Oh, okay.
You have to add an amendment to it.
Yeah.
I know, I just did my lawn last
And
year.
the only thing with cement, you don't have to replace it. With this
Yeah.
stuff, you have to come back and
Yeah,
add more every
replace.
year or every 6 months to add more.
It's quite a bit more maintenance.